I'm Mark Gilbert here. Thanks for clicking in. In this particular video, we're going to be discussing the importance of having a good personality. What does that mean, and how do we go about focusing on creating one? This is part of our continuing series looking at the book, The Basic Ideas of Science of Mind by Ernest Holmes, written in the 1950s. Each video stands alone in and of itself. It covers a topic that you'll benefit from hearing from in this one video, but you might want to look at the playlist on YouTube because all the videos around this book will give you some interesting concepts and help in understanding the key concepts within the science of mind. This particular chapter we're looking at is chapter 7, entitled The Personality of Value. However, I'm calling it The Importance of a Good Personality because I think that relates more to really what Holmes was getting at. In this video, I want to cover 3 quick points that Holmes makes about the importance of having a good personality, offer you a little commentary of my own about a good personality, and then some practical action steps that you can employ that Holmes writes about in the book that will help you develop the personality that will create the life that you want. The first point Holmes makes in this chapter is that our personality is a key way in which we each express our individuality. What does Holmes mean by that? Let me read just a brief excerpt. He says that personality is comprised of the characteristics one displays in life, and they can include their appearance, their speech, their actions, their attitudes, the way they appear to the rest of the world. We all tend to know what we're talking about when we talk about our personality. It's this collection of actions that involve our beliefs, our behavior, our physical appearance, all aspects of ourselves and how we present ourselves to the world is our personality. And our personality is unique and different from everyone else. Hence, as an individual expression of the one spirit, we're expressing our individuality through our personality. Second point I see Holmes making in this chapter is that the personality we present to the world is going to be how they know us and perceive us. Do they perceive us as a good person or as a bad person? And key to how we present our personality to the world is what we believe about ourselves. Do we see ourselves as good and worthy or not? And the third point Holmes makes in this chapter is that by developing a good personality, we're going to benefit many areas of our lives. One area he mentions is in our social interactions with others. A good personality develops good friendships and a wide circle of friends and people who care about us. The second area of our life that are benefited by having a good personality is our physical self. If we see ourselves as good and our personality is good, then that transfers over into our physical state and our physical wellness. We want to take care of our bodies and be healthy if we have a good personality. Third is in our financial state. A good personality will lead to us being more financially abundant. And finally, Holmes talks about a good personality benefiting our spiritual development and our spiritual growth. Because as we develop this good personality, what we tend to see is that we're part of an overall oneness, that spirit has embedded itself within us, and that we are a part of spirit. And when we can see ourselves as being a part of this God universe, then we recognize and more readily acknowledge the God qualities that exist within us, contributing to a healthy spiritual nature. In a moment, I'm going to get to the practical steps that Holmes outlines for how we can develop a good personality. But first, a little bit of my own personal commentary. Do you ever stop to consider what is the body of personality that you exhibit to the world? It's easy for us to look at people out in the world and recognize their personalities and to have our own personal judgments about who they are based on the personality they present to the world. We all know people that we love being around, that they are friendly, fun-loving, wise, that they do all kinds of good things such that there is an energy around them that makes us want to be near them and attracted to them and be their friends. But at the same time, we've also encountered people who have negative personalities. They say things that are harmful and mean, they are uncaring, they're selfish, whatever their characteristics are, there's a body of a personality type that we know is the one that we don't want to be around. So we each carry in us, whether we state it verbally or not, a body of a personality that attracts us and the one that repels us. Who are we to the world? And if you stop to consider that, how you're attracting people or repelling people based on the personality that you are exhibiting to others. So what are some of the practical steps that Holmes offers us in this chapter that we can use to create a good personality that we want to present to the world? The very first one he suggests is that we remind ourselves of the God qualities that exist in us, reaffirming each day that these qualities are in us and being expressed in all that we do. What are these God qualities that you carry around and that I carry around that we need to remind ourselves that we have and are living and being in? The first one is life, that we are expressing life fully. Secondly is love, that we are a loving individual and that we see love on the planet and that we are living from a state of love ourselves. The third is to recognize the wisdom that is within us, that we are gaining wisdom through our life events, and that as we become wiser and more caring, that we express that wisdom, that we know that we carry wisdom around in us. Fourth is a sense of peacefulness, that we know that we are peace. The power and peacefulness of the divine is in us, and we can bring peace to every interaction with every other person. Our personality is built on peace. Next is the power, to recognize that we have power within ourselves, power to create the life that we want, power to use the divine intelligence and the divine wisdom of the universe, power to direct our thoughts to create the life that we want. This is not forcing things. We'll make a distinction between forcing and existing with power, but we have a divine power in us that we can tap into and use it. Next is recognizing and seeing the beauty in life, knowing that we carry that beauty within us just by the nature that we are divine. And finally is the characteristic of joy, that we are joy-filled creatures that see the joy in life and carry joy around with us and embody joy in all that we do. If you can see yourself and your personality as embodying characteristics of life, love, wisdom, peace, power, beauty, and joy, that you are embodying those and expressing those in all that you do, that you are going to build a personality that is a good personality that is going to benefit all areas of your life. The second practical step that Holmes offers us for developing a good personality is to develop the right motive for having that personality. Recognizing a good personality can be useful for all areas of our life. Don't put a selfish spin on it where it's all about you and controlling the world and controlling other people. But instead, develop the motive that you're expressing your personality to express your God-given talents and abilities, your God-given characteristics. Knowing that you are a divine being, wanting to express yourself fully, having that right motive will help you develop the right personality. The third practical step that Holmes offers us for developing a good personality is to be observant of the personalities and people around us, to see the circumstances and behavior in others that is good, and to praise others for those actions. We can also learn when we are praising them for their good personalities and their good actions, we can look at that and say, what is it that they are exhibiting that I want to exhibit? I want to have what they're having. And when we can do that, we can take the characteristics we see that are good in life and incorporate them into who we are and develop a better personality for ourselves. So, I hope this has given you some food for thought for developing a good personality. The very fact that you have a personality you're projecting to the world, what is the one that you're projecting? And how can you improve it and display these God qualities that are within you? I know that as we all move forward, we're each going to look in our own sphere of influence to increase ways in which we can show ourselves to give more life, love, happiness, wisdom, peace, power, beauty, and joy in all that we do. Thanks for watching. I hope you found this beneficial. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. There's a similar video right here next to my face if you want to click on it. Also, if you want to get notifications of future videos, be sure to hit that subscribe button on the bottom left-hand corner. If you'd like to contact me, email me at the address on the screen or drop me a comment in the comment field below on YouTube. Thanks.